I wasn't always angry about this. I used to think it was normal, or inevitable, or just how things worked in my world, and then I started listening to the voices that spoke prophetically from another side of the American experience. My listening turned to learning, my learning turned to belief, and my belief sowed the seeds of anger. And now I hold this anger with tenderness. I received the first punishment that I can remember from my parents when I was in preschool in rural Maine. On the way home from school, I recounted a story to my father about something that had happened that day. And I don't remember what the story was, but I remember that I exaggerated it and turned a real moment into a false story. I inflated my participation into one of heroic proportions. The lie was easily found out. I was given a chance to correct and repent, and when I did not, I was given a consequence. Truth-telling was very important in my family of origin, and I do not like being lied to now. And I've realized over time, with the help of courageous and insistent teachers, that I have been lied to by the society that I was born into. I learned the lie of our nation's founding that ignores the realities of indigenous people. I learned of Thanksgiving, but the theft and broken promises and genocide were left out. I learned of economic growth, but the abominable truths and generational traumas of slavery were left out. I learned that all men were created equal and then was told to ignore all the ways that people were left out of that equality. I learned that white lives matter more. And this last lesson was not taught overtly, but just in the air that I breathe and the ground that I walk on. These toxic myths and lies are numerous and insidious, and they stink. And we give this stench the name of progress, and instead of dealing with it, we just invent new ways to block out the smell. I've been lied to, and I dislike being lied to. And then it was revealed to me that I benefit from those lies. My ancestors benefited from those lies, and my descendants will continue to benefit from those lies unless I participate in the changing of the systems that sustain those lies. My anger boils into the steam of guilt, burning yet formless, and then finally recondenses into responsibility, justice, listening, and action. I do all this work for my wife so that others do not need to live some of what she has had to endure. I do this so my daughter will not have to endure the same. I do this for all of our children and grandchildren and so forth because they deserve to inherit a better system. I believe it is my responsibility to use my unearned privilege for the decrease of my privilege. I feel called to do this and to be brave and not silent. I do this work because God demands it of me. I do this work because it scares me. I do this work because I'm called to do so. I do this work because I am angry.